I want to introduce something cool to you because currently it is the first of its kind and it has the potential to make filming much easier for you. This is the 7-in-1 magnetic filter system by Freewell. So pretend you're going out on a shoot. Usually you'd have a lot of things to remember to bring. One thing I always forget to bring or grab the wrong sizes for are filters. With this system, every filter you need is ready to use in this compact leather hard-shelled case. That's cool and all, Dylan, but what does it do? Say you're out shooting and you want to adjust the look and light in your shot. With your base already screwed onto your lens, drop in your magnetic VND Mist filter into the base of the system to add one stop of light reduction and simultaneously add a mist effect to your shot for some nice blooming of the highlights and softening of the skin. It's looking better, but your shot is still overexposed. You take out the 2 to 5 stop variable ND out of the leather hard-shelled case, line up the Freewell logo on the base and the ND filter, and let the strong magnets suck the filter tightly to the rest of the system. You don't have to worry about the X-pattern vignetting that occurs when you crank your filter to the point of no return, because this variable ND has hard stops so you know what the minimum and maximum ND you can use is. Maybe you're shooting in really bright sunlight and you want to open up your lens a little more to get a shallower depth of field. The 2 to 5 stop ND filter maybe just doesn't block enough light. So we can easily take the 2 to 5 stop filter off, put it in the hard-shelled case, take out the 6 to 9 stop variable ND, and let the magnets do their thing. Ready to go? Put the cool looking lens cap near the vicinity of the filter system and it'll snap on, protecting your filters and making the camera look pretty damn cool. And check this out, if you flip those ND filters we used, you'll notice that they function as a circular polarizer to help reduce reflections off of glass, water, etc., and help the contrast and colors in your image to be a little bit more vibrant. All the filters you'd need in one system. The Freewell 7-in-1 system takes out the hassle of having to keep track of different filters that are not only expensive, but they stack awkwardly and they just end up being a pain to screw on and off while shooting. Full transparency, Freewell did send me this in return for a review, but they didn't tell me to say nice things. In fact, I'll mention some reasons why this may not be the filter system for you towards the end of the video. So let's say you buy this. What does it come with? You'll get a leather hard-shelled case, which is really nice because then all you have to do is grab this and you'll know you'll have all the filters you'll need with you for a shoot. I don't know how many times I've grabbed the wrong filter case or thought I had what I needed and didn't. Even just having them all in one place and ready to be used is really nice. It comes with the screw-on base, which is the first step in setting up the system. And for the first level, you have 3 options. You can add a VND base with one-stop reduction of light. My favorite, the VND Mist filter, which also gives you a one-stop reduction of light and adds a halation or mist effect for some lifted blacks, smooth highlight roll-off, and an overall filmic feel, or you can just leave these out if you don't want them. Level 2 are your variable NDs, and these will help you to reduce the amount of light that hits your camera's sensor. You have the 2 to 5 stop ND filter, which you'll probably use most of the time, or the 6 to 9 stop on really bright days or bright environments, or if you're shooting long exposure photos. Not only are the filters light, they're not nearly as thick as it would be if you were to stack different filters normally. Check out this side by side of a few different brands. So we have the K&F, which is a variable ND filter, and the B&W right here. This is just a normal ND filter. The Freewell here has a 2 to 5 stop variable ND and a VND Mist filter closely stacked to each other. It's really not that much of a difference in thickness thanks to the way the level 1 and level 2 filters are stacked. Now add the magnetic cap on, and it is a little thick, but it protects your filter from being damaged. Like I mentioned, if we flip these ND filters and take out our level 1 filter option, we now have possibilities to shoot with a circular polarizer or a circular polarizer with a 5-stop ND. Anytime you put glass in front of glass, you're going to reduce the sharpness of your image, but I didn't notice that much of a reduction in sharpness when I did some tests, which is awesome. The ND filters do produce a slight color cast on the image, which is common when using variable NDs, so be warned, but that can easily be adjusted in post. It's something to keep in mind though. If perfect color is essential and you don't have a color chart with you, or you don't know how to adjust the color of your shot in post, then maybe don't buy the system and just buy a set of normal ND filters. Another downside of the system is the fact that you have the potential to touch the glass of the level 1 base filters a lot and leave smudges. I found that since these are so thin, my fat fingers would leave prints when I was quickly trying to use them. Not always, but it would would happen when I was trying to quickly switch out my filters. They are pretty easy to clean though. The last con that I've found so far is that the lens cap can be bumped off, although it does take some force. If you're someone that wears your camera on a strap that hangs on your hip, then this system may be a problem. I think the majority of people who would purchase this are people who shoot video though, so I don't see this as being too much of an issue, but I thought I would throw it out there so you're not surprised if you do get it and your lens cap starts getting knocked all over the place. In saying that, when removing the cap, make sure you kind of take it off at an angle, or you hold the filter below the cap and then you take the cap off, because if not, you'll just pull off the level 2 filter with it. These are the downsides to the system that I found, but to be honest, they are not that big of a deal, in my opinion at least. For me personally, using this system is going to save me a lot of hassle with keeping track of different filters and adding them to my lenses. Not only that, but buying different styles of filters from different companies can add up to like $500 plus. Freewell is selling it for a lot less, and since this system is brand new, it is on discount right now, I think for about $350 for the whole thing. So if you are wanting to pick this up, you can save yourself some cash by doing it in the next couple days. I'll leave a link in the description if you want to pick it up. And what do you think of this filter system? Let me know what you think by leaving a comment below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Enjoy your day.